How do you know who to spend time with? Who to invest time and energy into to hopefully build good relationships and friendships? These decisions are typically made automatically without your conscious awareness. And this can put us in good stead. We sometimes can just have a good feeling about someone, and we can sometimes have a bad feeling about someone. But it's not always the best way. Having these sometimes automatic and sometimes subconscious decisions being made for us means that they're sometimes ruled by our human nature. Why do we value those who are rich? Why do we value celebrities, famous sports stars, those people we think are super talented, or even friends and family? If we focus on family, we value our family because of the genetic relation between us. And because of this, we feel safer and more secure around family because there is a level of trust and security that usually exists unconditionally. This allows us to build strong bonds, but not always. We value our friends because they typically have values that we like, or we have values that they like. They can offer a source of support, but it might be a different kind of support, say that compared to family. And due to the lack of genetic relation, there isn't as much expectation to commit to these friendships for life. Friendships are more flexible, whereas family is typically less flexible. But what attracts us to our friends? Is it simply having the same values? Is it that it was just meant to be that way? We were always meant to be friends with who we're friends with? Or is it even just due to proximity? In many cases, we are friends with people because we simply like them and we don't think much more of it. And that's great, because having strong friendships and strong relationships is the bedrock to having a good and fulfilling life. Of course, the question here is, what values are important to you? What do you look for in other people? And more importantly, why do you seek those values in others? If we look at this a different way, why do we value the rich and famous? Why do we want to achieve a certain level of fame and wealth that varies in extent from individual to individual? It is part of our human nature to want to grow our reputation and social status in the hope that it might lead to more resources. For example, more money, more luxuries, and more opportunities that it brings, such as meeting more people, potentially meeting better partners, and being able to experience a higher standard of living. The problem is, when we value the rich and famous because they have something that we don't have, and it's something that we would want and would benefit us, we can sometimes blindly admire these people. There's a saying, which is, don't meet your heroes. And that's typically because we have an idea of how we want the person to be, because we focus on the positives of the personality, because they have something that we want, such as wealth or fame. We think that everything else in their life is also great, and that they would be great people, people that we would value. And this is known as the halo effect, which can lead you to have a detached view of someone, a view that does not reflect the reality, and that is typically a view that is more favourable, but it may not reflect the actual truth. This doesn't always have to relate to the rich and famous and celebrities. This can relate to people that are far closer to home, people that might have slightly more wealth than us, or sometimes considerably more wealth than us, people that may have more status than us, or crucially, they may have something that we don't have, but something that we feel like we want. We are drawn to these people. We want to be surrounded by them in the hope that it will elevate our own lives. And this can leave us to be blind to the behaviours of those we admire, those we aspire to be like. And that can lead you down a path that you do not want to go down, but you're motivated to keep going because you have this idea of achievement, something they may not even reflect your own values, but you've convinced yourself it's right for you. It doesn't matter what you value. It doesn't matter what others think is right or wrong for you. What's important is for you to know your values and why you value them. Knowing this will keep you on the right path for you. There is no perfect path, just a more informed path. And that path is unique to you.